Good day. This is Ben B. This is kind of a vlog for Thursday, March 11th, 2010. I'm 4 days off from my thyroid scan. It wasn't real easy about it, didn't want to do it at first, but now I want to get it over with because I figure if that's what the problem is, it'll probably, once they get me on them drugs, if that's what happens, probably take care of a few issues that I've been having. So, yeah, that might be a good thing, actually. So, obviously, this just depends on what the results come back with. I mean, it could be much worse than what I'm hoping it is. So I just hope for the best. Supposedly, if it isn't too bad, if it's just a normal case of thyroid problem, they put you on 90 days of some medicine, and then they check your blood again, see if your thyroid is now acting normally. So, yeah, I hope so. I hope that's all it is. Because there is much worse scenarios. And I'm also dealing with tenant issues on this day and yesterday and every day until I get them dealt with, which includes 2 non-paying tenants and an empty room that I'm trying to rent out. The pizza delivery driver lost his job a week ago, but he's about 3 weeks behind in his rent now. Well, kind of 3.5. 3 weeks ago he gave me $40 and said that he was going to pay the other $60 the next day, which he never did. I didn't question one. I thought, well, he'll pay me when he gets paid. So his paycheck, he gets paid once a week. His paycheck comes. I didn't get paid from that either. I didn't get anything from that. Not the $60 or the... interesting noise going here. But it's just a freeway shaking the truck. This freeway is hardly a solid, smooth surface. It's got quite a few ripples in it that you just probably can't see from this video. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to see them. But anyway, so then he didn't get me out of that, so he's $160 behind. And then after that, he comes and tells me he was fired from his job. Okay, he's going to get unemployment. Okay, he's out looking for a job. Okay, the next day after he tells me that, he gets a tax refund check in the mail. So I expected to get something out of it, even if it was only $20 to help pay for his share of electricity around the house. He didn't offer me shit out of that, which pissed me off. So, he had tips, he had 2 paychecks, and a IRS tax refund check, and he didn't give me nothing. Nothing but excuses, that is. I've heard a bunch of excuses. I haven't heard any apology for not paying the rent. That would help me substantially. Or any plan of when he was going to pay me anything. And he's had money and he hasn't given me none of it, so apparently his priorities are pay everything else but your living space, and that's pretty screwed up priorities. Most people put their living place at a much greater priority than whatever else there is. I mean, if you look at the basic necessities in life, and most people that do this video, I hope aren't so stupid. You need a roof over your head, and you need food, and water. Everything else, yes, that is kind of, I don't know why this guy did that. Why did he just cut me off like that? Anyway, I mean, car payments and says that he was going through my refrigerator, went into the freezer, took out a pizza. His mother buys him food periodically. A bunch of garbage, but better than nothing. Usually it's a lot of frozen pizzas. So the ex-Marine went into my refrigerator without my permission, took one of his pizzas out of there, and of course cooked and consumed it. Wasn't that just wonderful? Plus, he didn't pay me rent at the beginning of the month because he made a mistake, he said, which I guess I'll have to believe him to some extent because he's giving plasma every 3 or 4 days or however often he can do it. But it isn't my problem either. Well, he's making it my problem by eating my food and eating my food, so I gave him a notice. Stop going through my cupboards. Stop eating my food. Stop eating other people's food. I'm sorry you're having a hard time in life, but that doesn't give you the right to take other people's food. In other words, it's stealing. And I've got this other room that's not occupied. That was being vacated on Sunday. I've been trying to re-rent it. I've had a few people over. One guy was terrified of the dogs. I knew he wouldn't call back, even though he said he would. The other guy said he just started his search and he was going to go look at a bunch of other houses and he'd make his decision. Well, I can understand that. No big deal. It's the people that call up and ask for your address and all this, and then, well, I'll be over in 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and then they never show, like the guy yesterday. That's kind of irritating. But it's part of the game. So, and yes, it is a game to a lot of these people. They don't care. They're not going to show up. Why would they call me? Doesn't make any sense to call you and then not show up. Don't call me if you're not going to show up. Don't contact me. What's the point? It's to aggravate me. All that is. So there's that, and then there's that's really consuming me right now. I'm drinking coffee. That's why there's laps and talking. I got a nice semi-hot. It's kind of going down. Hot cup of coffee. Still 9:30 in the morning. I stopped drinking coffee altogether at night. Or in the afternoons. I'm sorry, I don't ever drink coffee at night. But, well, it's still morning. I'll still drink it. So anyway, I'm just trying to get this day over with so I can get home and see what kind of responses I've had to some of my ads that I've placed for the room. Because I'm getting responses, there's a lot of flakes. One woman called me yesterday. She was talking real low tones and she sounded like a flake, really. And so I couldn't even understand her hardly. I'm like, well, what's up? And then finally she spit it out. She said, I'm looking for a house where I can walk around nude. Or she called me anonymously. I would have called her back anyway. I just laughed. I said, I think there's too many kids and people here to have that kind of thing going on. Of course she hung up on me. That was kind of an entertaining phone call there. No, we're not going to have nude people walk around the house. There was a while back, there was a so-called naturist. He wanted to walk around the house nude, too. I'm like, yeah, I just want to see some 40-something-year-old dude walking around my house nude. No thanks. I think that would be disgusting, actually. Get some real crazy people off of Craigslist. I know I could go to other services and pay for it and all that, but Craigslist is free. I do get people responding. It just takes a while. Probably take a while on them other sites, so I'll just take the free site until, of course, Craigslist decides to start charging. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens someday. Then I'll have to decide what to do if they offer something for temporary